Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're just going to be doing some makeup, good old-fashioned chit chat. I felt like beating my face because I have been feeling like shit lately. Flo came in with a vengeance and was just like da, 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 to my uterus this month, man, and whew. So yeah, I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. So I got my coffee at 5 o'clock at night. Y'all know I'm a night owl. I got my coffee and I have my makeup. So let's get into this. I prime my face using the Pure Corrective Primer. This is the hydrating one. I put that around my mouth area because that's where I'm very dry. I also put some on my nose, and then I powdered my nose with the Urban Decay Velvetizer. And that's just because my nose pores are huge, and when I prime it and put a powder on top, it very much so diminishes my nose pores because they're huge. So now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury foundations today. But you guys know what I do first. I always underpaint. Always. It never changes because that's just how my makeup looks best. I don't like being a cakey mess anymore. Don't like being a cakey mess. So I'm just going to be applying this toward the center of my face and maybe a little bit on the chin. Oh, let me tell you what happened. So the other makeup look that I did maybe a couple days ago, it might already be up or whatever, where I use glitter. I'm a moron. So when you use glitter, you can't just go in and wash your face like you know how you would usually do. Just take your makeup removing cream and just don't do that if you are wearing glitter because you will scratch the hell out of your eyes. I know this, and yet I was just so lazy. I'm like, it'll be okay. No, it wasn't. The next morning, my eyes were so swollen and sore, like I had looked like eczema on my outer corners. It was bad. So just, you know, letting you know from experience, don't do that. Use a makeup wipe and get the glitter off first, and then you can go in and, you know, scrub your face. Let me move you guys down a little bit. And then you can go in and do all that noise. But no, it was not a good look. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so I'm just gonna use my fingers to blend that out. And then we're gonna go in with contour. I have my mirror over here. So I'm not going to be using the Oma Beauty contour and highlight stick today, or I should say the bronzing and highlight stick today, because it's entirely too dark for me. So I'm going back to my ABH Cream Contour Palette. Oh, I love how that makes my skin look. It's just so pretty. All right, so now we're going to contour, and I'm using this little Fenty brush that I had in my collection. It's a little dumpy brush. I don't know how much they'd be charging people for this shit, but it's great for contour, so that's what I'm going to use. And here is the contour palette that I'm going to be using. This is the light one. And I think you can already figure out which one I'm going to be going in with. So let's do that. Oh, right. So I think I already told you guys that I bought a gaming laptop, but I don't think I told you that I started playing it. So those videos may or may not be up by now. I've been playing Warframe, and I've been screen recording it. And if those are up, look, I hope I don't have any trolls telling me how much I suck, because I know I suck. I know I suck. Usually with shooter games like that, I would prefer to play them with a controller, but I have a PC. So I might invest in a controller and just connect it to my laptop, but for right now I just have the keyboard to work with. And let me just tell you, it is very difficult with the keyboard. It might just be because I don't have any dexterity. And it might also be because I forget what keys do what, but I be using up all my energy. Okay, so I don't really know much about Warframe, but I know that it's a game where basically it's like a never-ending game. There is no end game. It's not a streamline, what am I trying to say? It's not a streamline, like, story kind of thing. Like, you know, during the first part, it's like a tutorial, you're doing, like, quests. But through the rest of the game, you can interact with other players, do quests together, and try to get, new items. I consider it a collector game. So, like, pretty much the entire point of the game is to collect as many Warframes as possible and as many mods as possible and stuff like that. So I like those kinds of games that don't really have a storyline. Don't get me wrong, I love a good, you know, Final Fantasy game and stuff like that, but I'm really trying to get into the social aspect of gaming. I'm also playing MapleStory, which, once again, I don't know if I've already said this, but this MapleStory came out when I was in college, so clock me if you want. But that's fun. And I'm playing The Sims. So my husband wanted me to get into Elder Scrolls. I feel like Elder Scrolls is like a pay-to-win kind of game or a pay-to-play kind of game. I'm not really into those. I mean, some people would say MapleStory's like that, but the reboot version, I haven't spent any money except, you know, money that I wanted to spend on a pet. You don't have to spend money in MapleStory like you used to in order to get ahead. All right, so I'm just going to, I do need a mirror. I'm just going to cut my cheek because I brought this down a little too low. But, yeah, hopefully the feedback on those gameplay videos is not too bad. Like I say in every video, I ain't trying to make no kind of money from YouTube. I got a full-time job that pays me very nicely, so I don't feel obligated to post things that other people want to watch. I post things that I personally would like to watch and like to do. And I like to game, so that's what I'm doing. I forgot about my eyes. That's what I'm doing. I'm posting stuff that I enjoy, which is a lot of things. And when I start getting my stuff ready for my chickens, I'll probably be posting that too. So this channel is not, you know, a one-themed channel. It's going to have a lot of shit on it. Okay, so this is a wet sponge. And just going to go ahead and blend that out slightly. It looks very pale, but I haven't even put my foundation on yet, so just remember that. But I'm trying to get my face symmetrical. Alright, oh my god. And, because Flo came, my chin is a friggin' like, it's, what is it? It's a minefield. My chin is a minefield of painful pimples. Like, you know, the ones that you could feel developing under your skin and they kind of like hurt? That's what I got going on right now. Like, I'm serious. I haven't had a period this bad in years. So, let me turn you a little bit. So yeah, it's been a rough couple of days. Positive note, my family's coming back tomorrow. I don't know if I had said this on my channel, but they had went and stayed with my in-laws because COVID was back at my place of work. And, you know, I worry about my kid, and then, you know, Jeff has respiratory issues already, so I ain't trying to pass anything on to him that I don't have to, but we haven't had any new cases lately, so they're coming back. I have not gotten COVID. I've been a close contact, but besides that, I've been testing negative. Every week we've been doing weekly tests. So, I've been blessed. Because when it comes to being sick, I am a huge baby. I whine and all that jazz. I'm not an adult at all when I get sick. So, oh, all the products that I'm using will be listed down below in the description box. I ain't trying to, like, you know, shout it all out while I'm doing this. So just check out the description box if you're curious about what I'm using. I'm just blending out this concealer. I'm getting some on my lid. Blend out my lips just a little bit. My skin already looks so much better, and I haven't even put foundation on. Alright, so for foundation, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation in 5.5 neutral. Right here. You don't need a lot of this because it is very full coverage. Just a little bit. And then just go in and blend it out. This gives a nice matte finish. If you're dry like me, I highly suggest that you prep your skin correctly by using a hydrating primer or an oil to mix in with this, because it will dry you the fuck out. I'm just making sure all that coverage is around the bottom of my face because that's where I need it. You might be asking, why are you not putting it on your nose? I don't do that anymore. I just put concealer and contour on my nose now. I used to put foundation on there, but I don't do that anymore. Because I don't have to. I don't really have a red nose, so I don't need the coverage of a foundation and a concealer. I just use a concealer and then I contour it to make it look smaller. Oh, let me tell you about these brows. So I slept a lot today. So I've been trying, you guys know I work nights. I work night shift, so I'm used to being up around this time until like 7 a.m. Anyway, I was trying to get on a day schedule because my kid's coming back and I'm going to want to play with her. And she ain't going to be up all night. So, I called myself, you know, going to bed on time last night. I woke up this morning at around 7, called my husband, talked to my kid a little bit. And I was just so tired, so I went back to sleep around 11. Woke up at 3. I felt so sick. It was almost like having day sickness or something. Like when the sun is up, I'm sick. So I went back to sleep again. And this time I woke up around 6. So now I'm up. Well, what time is it now? I woke up around 5 or 6 and then, you know, wipe my face and here I am. Because, you know, when I woke up the first time I took a shower and washed my face, I wasn't going to wash it again with too much on my face. Anyway, point of all that was to say I did these brows earlier at like 3 o'clock. Took a nap. These bad boys are still on. This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade. It's good. It didn't go anywhere. It does not go anywhere unless you want it to go somewhere when you when you wipe it off with your makeup remover. That's when it's gonna go somewhere. All right, I'm just gonna set my chin real quick. It is so textured. I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. You already know the drill. You already know the drill. Using my Glam Goth Beauty brushes. Just going all up in there. Because I need all the help I can get. Like this monster right here, you can still see how red it is. I'm gonna have to put some foundation powder down here too, I think. All right, let's start on the nose. So I contour it first. And I just take it from my brow. I hope you all can see. I just take it from my brow. And I know my brows are heavy. That's just my aesthetic. I like heavy, angry brows. It is what it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But it's not your face. I'm sure you will forgive me for saying that I don't give a fuck what you think about my face. And this is crooked. Oh, maybe I should stop fucking talking and make sure I know what I'm doing with makeup. Now I'm taking my concealer and like that, just a little bit, just a little bit. It might actually be too much. And get some of that off. And then I just blend it with my finger. And that cleans up the contour if it came in a little bit too far. Put a little bit more at the tip of my nose. There we go. How does that look? I think it looks okay. And we're just gonna put a little bit on the sides. All right, so I'm gonna go in with that Charlotte Tilbury powder again. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. It's probably a little too wet to put powder on. I don't want it to stick and look crazy. And I need a different brush for this. Here it is. I like a nice soft brush. This is not too dense to apply my under eye powder. Just press out our creases. Look up. And apply. I am going to go in and bake, but this is just to initially set my eye. Just bring that down a little. Same thing on the other side. I'm also going to use this powder to set my nose. Okay, let's bake. I'm going to be using my Patrick Star MAC powder. I keep saying I'm going to get that one-sized powder, but I have so many setting powders right now that I feel bad like going to purchase another one because I haven't even gone through what I have. I'm going to use a wet sponge today. Lay down some powder right there. Bring it around my nose. And then put some on my nose. I understand this is not really baking. I guess I'm just double setting, but oh, that was a little wide. That's okay, we still have to contour anyway. Powder contour. So that's for the nose. And then I'm gonna go in with this Physicians Formula bronzing set. And I'm going to be using a combination of light bronzer and sunset bronzer for my nose. Smells like coconuts. Okay. Basically just follow where I did the cream. All right, while that sets, I'm going to do my bronzer and contour. So I'm first going to, oh, this brush is a little broken, isn't it? All right, so I'm first going to contour using the Sunset bronzer. Pop it up. Oh, I will be doing a wig application video soon. I'm currently working on a wig. I thought I wanted to be blonde, so I had made a blonde wig, but I changed my mind. So now I'm working on another one to do. All right. Nope, that looks about right. In my crooked face. And go in a little bit heavier right here along my double chin. Because it is there. We're gonna make it disappear like magic. Speaking of magic, Johnny Depp lost his spot as Gellert Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, which, you know, honestly I'm a little perturbed about, but I'll be making them decisions. His replacement, Hannibal. I love me some Mads Mikkelsen. Mads has been around a minute. It's like he reached, I don't know, it's like he reached 45 and hasn't aged since, because you look good as hell. Anyway, most notably, I remember him as Hannibal. Hannibal is one of my favorite villains of all time. So, they got Hannibal playing Gellert, which I think he'll do a good job. Do I think Johnny should have lost his job over some things in his personal life? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But once again, that's not my call. I'm not saying domestic violence is okay. That's not what I'm saying. But my understanding is that the reason he lost his gig was because that magazine was allowed to put, like the judge said, the magazine was allowed to put that he was a wife beater. And those words hold a lot of power. That's all I'm going to say. So do you want to be the director, production company, cast person that says you employ a wife beater. I believe that's why he lost his spot. Because those words were allowed to stay. So, looking from the outside in, we don't really know what happened. So I don't have any judgments as that, but that's my understanding of why he's no longer going to be employed by Warner Brothers. However, I heard he's still getting that check though, because God knows Johnny needs it. We all know Johnny Depp needs that check. His poor ass is broke. All right, so let me spray down my face. I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist in Sweet Peach. All right, now moving on to blush. So I'm going to be using a blush from the LA Girl Island Hottie. And I do believe I'm going to do this one. Maybe a mixture of these two. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. I'm going to do the pink and the peach. You guys know I like to start my blush up here, because gravity is pulling my face down already. I don't need to help it with makeup. That cheek though look good today. Bring it all the way up. Same for the other side. And I'm pressing the blush in because I don't want to disturb the blend that I got underneath. And if I have harsh areas like this right here, I'll just go in with my blush brush. What is this? Blush brush from Real Techniques, and then gently go around the edges like this. That way I'm not, you know, disturbing the work that I did underneath too badly. Probably put a little bit of blush on my nose too, just a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with this Golden Soleil Baked Bronzer from JCat. This is not actually a bronzer. I use this as a highlight. And I'm just going to use, let's see what brush. I need a very light kind of brush to apply this. Here we go. Doesn't really pick up anything. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see the powder coming off of it. Pretty much it's just like a skin finisher. It's not really even a highlight, as you can see. It's just a skin finisher in my opinion. Gives a nice little bronze to the face. I'm gonna go in with highlighter after I do these eyes. All right, so let me set for real this time. Now I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Set and Refresh Perfecting Makeup Mist. And then for eyes, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Sunset Palette. And I'm going to be using this shade and this shade right here. I'm going to do an all matte look, I think, today, and maybe have like an inner corner highlight. You could even do this with your bronzer if you want. You don't even need to use an eyeshadow. But I'm doing it because it's here. All right, same with the other eye. Oh, that was a little heavy. blend it out. I haven't used Natasha Denona palettes before, so I just went ahead and bought this, and I bought the cranberry palette. So I'll probably be using those more in a couple of videos coming here soon. Very much so Christmas tones, like the reds and the golds and stuff like that. This underneath the lash line poo. You guys know I always do eyeshadow underneath my eyes because I do have fine lines and this kind of detracts from them. I'm not going to be having a heavy bottom lash line today though. I do believe this is one of the more natural looks that I'd be doing. I brought that down a little lower than the other side. It's okay. I'm just haphazardly putting these on. Just haphazardly doing it. Alright, and then we're going to go in with that lighter color and just go around the edges of this look. Let me put some shimmer on the lid toward the inner corner. Why not? Why not? Just give a little pop. Ooh. Yes, bitch. Alright, so these are the eyes. And the skin. Now we're going to apply lips, and then I'm going to go off camera, do my mascara, and come back and show you the final look. In this light, I look so pale. In real life, I don't look like that. Let me see if I can zoom you in. Ew. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to go off camera, apply my mascara, and I will be right back with the final look. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Cookie. I did put Cookie on my lids because this shimmer right here, whatever this is, what is this called? Halo? Halo? This right here? This what, or what is it? Guava. Maybe it's guava. Guava? Guava or Halo? This right here? This wasn't hidden. So, I went in with Cookie. Can't go wrong with Cookie. Can't go wrong with some Cookie. Alright, and then I'm going to do a little bit of an inner corner moment. Alright, just a little bit of an inner corner. Oh, so cute. This is very different than what I usually do. I know, guys. I know. I'm very multifaceted, okay? Like a diamond. You can look at me from all different points of view. All different sides. And I still bring it. Okay. So, if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Press the subscribe button down in the description box so you don't miss any more content from me. Share this video because, you know, sharing is caring. And since you're here, you might as well watch some videos. So they're there popping up right there and right there. Right there and right there. Right there and right there. Support your girl, okay? And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!